to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been on my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now these wanna data. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. 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 Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Cross move quick like AI. Chain shine bright like daytime. Stack big bread. I don't do lanes. Little watch out like 2 chains. I done swerved in a new lane. Dang, if you could do things. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah, no it ain't, no it. They ain't talking cash, so I did the race. NASCAR with the pace, feed you water on the chain. Get no love where I'm from. When I'm on the beat, I make it thumb. I need that bread like every crumb. Came up from nothing, made a sum. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Ay, 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 ay.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. throwing now. Ryan on first down. Now he's flushed out right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And finding the tight end Hooper. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch him flat-footed and get a big play.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action. It's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Cannon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case,
and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, 42 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more,
to put it mildly.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. On third down, Ryan. And he's got Sanu. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Third and long, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Let's go, 14. 12.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out.
Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This time, Wilson will throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, they told us. There he goes, Brandon Marshall, 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Penny, a first down carry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an all the
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Lockett. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Grady Jarrett busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And now running right through it. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Freeman again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Let's go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He goes underneath to Freeman. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, Ryan. And this is caught at the end. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a first carry for their fullback. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Now Ryan on first down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. On second down, Freeman. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol, and they'll turn their power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They go play action here on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him for a loss of 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And the tight end Dixon left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On third down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And it is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So out come the Falcons now. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Falcons on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He lets it fly for Lockett, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Shotgun.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And they get him down, but not out before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tempo.
They go play action with Wilson. Steps away. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Vic Beasley in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson. And incomplete here on third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.